I'm going to create a Rails application and we are going to dockerize the Rails application. Then we are going to connect the dockerized version of the PostgreSQL that is already running. So let's get going. I'm going to create a new Rails app. So I'm going to use this command here, Rails new, name of the application here, then API only, and Postgres is our database. CD into application. Then we have, let's open this so we can set up our, here we have application, here we have config, within the config we have database.yaml. Let's set up some variables here. So we have some variable here. Why did I add this variable? Because when I ran the Docker container, let me clear this, Docker PS. When I ran this Postgres Docker container, I created some of the environment variable here, username, password, host, and port, and I will pass those values of environment variable when I run the Docker image of our application Wander. Okay, so for that reason, I have set it up here. So now that we have created, so let's do rake db migrate create rake db create. Even though the database is connected, I'm still getting this error, but disregard this error. Let me do migrate now. Notice here migrate command work as expected. So let's run this Rails as a server and we can test it out. Yay, we are on Rails. So now that our application is up and running, let's create a user model. I'm creating Rails G generate scaffold user capital U, first name, last name, and email are the fields, and the subsequent data type string, string, and string. Now that we have created our model, let's migrate. Okay, to migrate, we can use this command rake db migrate. All right, so that is created as well. Let's get going here. Database migrate. We already migrated the user. Okay, so let me run this. Slash users. We don't have any users. Okay, so let's go to seed.rb and add a couple of users here. Now let's seed this database. So I'm going to open up a new terminal and in the same directory. So rake db seed. We are seeding 2 users into the database, so we can now pull this information here. I'm going to use this Chrome extension JSON view on the top here, which will prettify the JSON object here within this array object. Okay, cool. Now that we have an application running, but now we want to convert this application into Docker image. So let's do that. Control tilde or backtick. Here I'm going to do create a Docker file at the root level of this application. So I'm going to touch Docker file. We have a Docker file here. In this Docker file, I'm going to add the commands here and then I'm going to explain. So we are going to use a Ruby image of Docker base image. Then we are going to copy everything that exists at the root level of this file, whatever we have here, into the application folder. Setting some configuration here. Then we are changing our working directory. We are installing a bundler here that we will need. Then we are running bundle install, exposing the API, and these are the command we are going to use in order to run the server. Okay, within the Docker image. It's an image, but when we run, it becomes a container, the running version of the image. Okay, so let's build our. Before we build, we need to do like some setting up. So let me go to database.yaml, update the variable here. So what I have is database host, port, username, and password. These are the things that I'm going to pass at a runtime when I'm going to run whatever the image we are going to create. Okay, so for that reason, I have this variable here. Let me save this. So now we are ready to create the Docker image. So we're going to use this command docker build at the root directory -t, and we're gonna name it under same name as our application. Now in the meantime, I'm going to get the command to create a little bit of information. The Docker file cannot be empty. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't save it. Anyways, let me save it and rerun it again. Perfect. I forgot to save. So in order to run the Docker version of our image, I'll show you once this is completed. As you can see here, bundle install is installing everything that we did initially when we created our application. So all these things, okay? Now, going back here, I'm using this command docker run. I'm naming the container as wander and passing the environment variable. So within the database YAML, as you can see here, what I'm passing. So here I'm passing database host, port, database username, and database password, and -d, which is in detached port, and then -p, which is port number exposing, and using wander, the image that we are going to create here. So it is still running here. Once it is completed, we can verify the image that was created. See here, exporting to image, exporting layers. Okay, great, it's completed. Now let's do docker images to list all the images. As you can see, the wander image was created like 9 seconds ago. So now we are ready to run this command here. See here, it started and then it exited out. Now it is running in the background. So docker ps. So you can see here wander is running and exposing the local host and 3000 port. So let's verify that first. See, all right. Now let's use users. Notice that we get the same behavior. Let me see. Hold on. All right. So earlier I had this thing running on the side. So I exited out from that Rails server. And now the only thing that is running is wander image here. What is here? So we can run this. Just to verify one more time, what I can do is I can log into the running version of this Docker image and seed the file again so we can see the updated 2 more added data here. So let's do that. Docker exec -it interactive, name of the container, running container, and bash. So now bundle exec rake db seed. I'm running this command inside the Docker container, running container, okay? See this? We have 4 different objects that were added. So I added 2 of this from, so let me do this here, ls cd db ls cd c get seeds. See here, we have 2. I'm running all this command from within the Docker running container. So let me exit out from here. Exit. Now you can see I'm back to my own shell within the wander directory. Okay. So thank you for watching my video. If you like it, or if you have any command for improvement, let me know. I really appreciate that. I'll see you on the next time.